Once upon a time, in the middle of Chorlton cum Hardy, lived the Chorlton Players.
My name is Graham Fithian. I'm retired and I'm a writer, professional writer.
My name's Annie Wallace and I'm an actress.
My name is Gerard Devney and I work as a facilities administrator.
Well, the Chorlton Players started out as St Werburgh's Amateur Dramatic Society, or SWAT. Juniors from the church putting on some passion plays at Easter and entertainments. When they grew a bit older, they merged with the church social group, and in 1963 they founded the Amateur Dramatic Society.
Well, I've done some acting in my past before, and I do quite like taking to the stage and making a bit of a performance. I've been in a band as well as doing some acting back in Halifax with a group called the Actors Workshop there, which was a youth amateur dramatics group. So that was up until I went to university. Then throughout university I kept on joining for the productions, and then well, when I finally wound up in Manchester, I thought the Chorlton Players would be a good stepping stone back into it. It's been a few years since I've done it, about 7 years since I've been on stage.
Can you do a Scottish accent?
My actual name is Pickeford Winifred, a Scotsman with an axe to grind with the branting of his state.
The reason I wanted to join Chorlton Players is because I moved down to Manchester about 12 years ago for work, and I'd always kind of kept up with Amdram and that kind of thing, and I thought, you know, I just need to give it a go and find some new friends and stuff like that. The professional work is few and far between, and they do frown upon Amdram. It's very hierarchical in the world of acting and television and film. They deem that they accept that if you've started in Amdram, then they expect you to graduate to professional work and then never look at it again and ignore that world or support it or something. Well, I say rubbish to that. If I didn't have Chorlton Players, I would be sitting twiddling my thumbs in between acting jobs, which could be anything up to a couple of years. So, no, I come back and I do this. If I've done some professional work, I back off for a while and things like that. But I'll always be very hard to imagine me not being a part of this. But if I was to get something big, I'm aware that I probably would have to take it back.
I think people should have the right to do recitals wherever they choose. It's art to be spread for the good of the community and for the people involved in it. It's not all about the egos. We do some good shows, and I believe in the talents that the audience, which come back to see it again and again. We've got quite a good following here. It proves that it's a worthwhile art to carry on.
I think a good Amdram society enhances the profession. I've seen quite a few amateur dramatic shows which wouldn't have disgraced the West End. I've seen some really, really professional performances.
Yeah, I am really passionate about acting because it's just the best fun you can have with your clothes on. It's very fulfilling. It's very social. It's a lot of fun.
It tickles the brain, and I, would hope to do other things as well. But as I work in facilities at the moment, it's certainly an extra string to my bow, and I enjoy the interaction. Yeah, the social camaraderie, like contact. It's definitely all about the social club, isn't it? So just to be able to hang out with people with a similar interest and put on something that you feel that the community benefits from.
We come from different backgrounds, different jobs, different social strata, different income brackets. We are very, very different people, but the one thing that we do have in common is a passion for good theatre, and we try to do the very best we can do. We don't really settle for half measures. We do the best we can do, and then we get very, very drunk at parties afterwards, which is always a good highlight. But we've been complimented about professionalism of our productions. And we've had people saying, that was every bit as good as something I would see in the Royal Exchange or something, because although we're working on very little money, we have to stick beside certain rules that the impression of the theatre comes first. It's not about throwing money into having an incredibly lavish set or staircases sweeping up. We can't afford that kind of thing, and we have quite a small stage. So it's about the craft. It's about acting well, doing a good job, and making it look good.
There's a lot of team spirit. They're very professional in that way. what I mean by professional, nothing to do with money. It's putting aside your personal hang-ups and grudges or whatever and getting on with the job. And that's what Chorlton Players are absolutely brilliant at.